This week, we are discussing how Bitcoin and cryptocurrency can benefit the younger generation. I'm joined now by Najah Roberts, founder of Crypto Blockchain Plug and the Crypto Kids Camp, and Belinda Colter, founder of Innovative Learning and the Bitcoin Summer Camp. And as well, she is my mother. So, full disclosure, I am on the board for Innovative Learning. But I wanted to have her on for the interview just so I can get away with calling her Belinda for the next few minutes without getting in trouble. So, welcome,
All
ladies.
right. Thank you. Glad to be
Oh, yeah.
here.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And Najah, congratulations on being featured in NBC News. You just finished your Crypto Kids Camp in Inglewood, California. Tell us a little bit about the age range and some of the activities that you did last week.
So we have, and thank you for having me on, Isaiah, by the way. Always a pleasure. We just finished. Our children are ages 5 to 17, and we did all sorts of things from teaching about cryptocurrency to blockchain technology, just really children acclimated to what emerging technologies hold. And so we did all sorts of activities.
Absolutely. And don't hold back, Najah. There's a lot of other stuff you did too, I know, as
Oh, well,
well.
no, I want to leave it open so we have some showtime going. I
Oh,
don't know.
I understand. She's being modest. Najah has introduced so many amazing projects, but so Belinda, aka Mom, you have the
Sure.
Bitcoin Summer Camp coming next week. So what impact do you think this summer camp will have on the kids in Charlotte, North Carolina?
I think it will have a great impact because, of course, Charlotte is like the second banking center in the world. So most of the kids here have parents that work in the bank. So being able to give them an alternative to what they've probably heard their parents talking about from the banking aspect will help to broaden their horizons for what is in the tech world, cryptocurrency. And then we had a young lady here in the 5th grade who already had a portfolio of some other investment options, and we were talking to her about Bitcoin, and she was just elated to be able to say, oh, well, I can add this to my investment portfolio, and she's in the 5th grade. So I think it'll have a big impact for our kids here.
Absolutely. And we love to see it. Kids starting early. And of course, camps can, push that along. And Najah, I wanted to ask you, what were some of the challenges in putting together a camp for kids?
One of the biggest challenges that we've had, of course, is because Bitcoin, blockchain, all these things, emerging technologies are so new. Just really getting the exposure to the parents so that they can understand why it's so important that their children get involved in emerging technologies. So I would say one of our biggest challenges have been inner city, just introducing the program and how it's going to work and how it's going to benefit the children. But I think we've kind of figured out what we need to do in that respect, because it's when somebody's never heard of blockchain or Bitcoin, like how do you get them to even allow their children to come and participate? And so we've just really been on a mission to just educate everybody so that they are looking forward to sending their children with no reservations.
Oh, yeah. And it works both ways. You want the parents to know and the kids. And Belinda, I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about that? Parents learning as well as the kids in the summer camp about Bitcoin?
I think it will turn some families around, actually, because if the parent knows about blockchain and cryptocurrency, of course, this can start a legacy for their whole family. So the parents really need to be involved so that they know how to steer their children when they're learning about blockchain, and they themselves are learning so that now they can take the helm at working through gaining knowledge about cryptocurrency. So I think it's very important that parents are in the room as well, maybe not at the same time, but the virtual room. Yeah.
Absolutely. And, we have the parents, when they get involved, we can start the generational wealth talk. And, long term, that's what this is about, right? Not only just the parents, Najah, why don't you tell us who are some of the people who helped supported the camp? Some people from the outside who were not parents or, related to the students.
Yeah, so we had a lot of volunteers that came through to assist us. most notably, our board of directors. We have a good group of board of directors that some of them flew out to help and help out at the camp. So just big props to them for that. But companies that have come in thus far are Odua Coin. That's actual cryptocurrency coin. They come in every year and make sure that our children have Odua Coin and are earning. We have Sky Coin that we mine. Our children are mining Sky Coin. And so we've had those types of companies that have come in to just really offer just some education about the different projects. And I think it's important for the children to not just know that Bitcoin is awesome. We know that that is our staple, but we also want them to understand like the different types, and that some are used for utilities, some are some are
Right.
used as money, so that they understand the difference. And so those type of sponsors coming in have been great because they really are champions for whatever their cause is. So it's worked out.
Oh yeah. Shout out to the sponsors. And I love the fact that they are supporting at this level. And Belinda, I wanted to ask you, talk a little bit about the partnership with BitGive and how they were able to help with donations to the camp.
Sure. So BitGive is a nonprofit as well, and they're kind of like a GoFundMe for the cryptocurrency space. So we were able to put together this project using the BitGive platform so that BitGive enthusiasts and investors were able to give donations freely and know that their money would go for what they were wanting it to go for, is for children to learn more about cryptocurrency. And I also want to give a shout out to a lot of the Charlotte meetups who are Bitcoin cryptocurrency warriors, who also are calling in and saying, hey, what kind of help can I give you? Can we come? Can we hang out with the kids? Or what can we do to make this successful? So there are a lot of groups here in Charlotte, and I've been getting some information from them. And, they've been contacting me to see what they can do to help us out. So we have a nice support group here as well.
Oh yeah. And it's always good to see the local people rally around the kids because we want to create that pipeline, right? You start as a kid at a camp. One day they could be the CEO of the next Facebook or Google, right? So love to see
Absolutely.
that. And Najah, a lot of times people discuss, whether or not Bitcoin is possible to teach the kids. In the future, where do you want to see these camps go? Because I see it going long term. What do you think about the camps? Do you think they can get bigger? Do you think they can expand nationwide? What do you think?
Well, our plan right now is to absolutely scale. So we're looking at our next 5 locations for winter 2021. We should have 5 different locations, actual spaces such as this, because this was a space that was given to us by the Port of Los Angeles. And so the 5 cities that have already identified a space for us, it's just time for us to build them out and really get our program going. And we're should be later this week or earlier next week, prayerfully, be working with Disney to actually put our online program out there. So that's what we're working on right now, just trying to finish that up and make sure everything goes good. So that's
yeah.
where we are.
Oh man, that's beautiful. I mean, partnering with Disney, the locations expanding nationwide. And, I've seen you when you started Najah back in 2019. Glad to see that it is expanding across America because every kid deserves this type of camp, right? So we want to make sure we have that. And Belinda, I want to ask the same thing. Where do you see this camp expanding as well?
I'd really like to see it expand into the school system. In fact, inside of the curriculum for our school system here in Charlotte, there is a financial literacy piece that they've included and in the math curriculum. So I would love to be able to start to offer these classes, cryptocurrency classes, to the principals to expand that financial literacy piece, because now that's been added into the math curriculum, especially our middle schoolers and our high schoolers, so that they can get a jump on these things and learn about them and be very well versed to go out into the financial world and have a lot of flexibility in what they want to do with their money. So, yep. So I'd like to see that in the school system.
Oh yeah, and I love that. With you being a teacher for many years, a lot of people don't realize this, but in the school system, it's really hard to break through with new curriculum. It's almost impossible. Yep. So we can get
Yes.
Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, us three working together, and others. We could definitely get it out there to the kids. And I have one more
Yeah.
question for you both. Najah, since you have the most experience with this, I wanted to ask you first. You have taught both adults and you've taught kids. Which group of people do you think is easier to teach about Bitcoin and why?
Children. I'm finish the
Yeah.
question. The children are the easiest because first of
They
all, they
are.
already games where they're using different
Yep.
coins to buy different things. So they're processing it better. But then they don't have to relearn all this stuff that's been in their heads for 50 years. We got to unlearn that with the adults. But the children pick up on it right away. It's an incredible experience with these kids. I just know that if we can really do this properly and we all work together because we all have a common goal, and we really do this for our communities, these children will outperform and surpass almost everybody that they come in contact with in the years to come, because the workforce is changing and we've got to really make sure
It
that they're
is.
ready, able to
Oh, yep. And
yeah.
the subject matters that you're teaching, Najah, in your camp are great because we're literally teaching kids things that they don't have jobs for yet. Like we have to prepare them for things we
Right,
can't see. So
right.
different time period,
Our,
and I think it is easier. So, and Belinda, I wanted to ask you, what is some of the catalysts for making it easier for kids? Is it gaming, like Najah said, or some of the digital stuff they're not used to? What have you seen in over the years teaching kids versus adults?
Definitely kids are easier. I agree with Naja because like she said, being able to children are more open to new and creative things. And so they grab onto it so quickly that you're moving slow compared to what they're already ahead of you. They're already thinking ahead of the game. So I would definitely say being able to grab them early and then have them to work on different jobs that they can think about now where they would use the skills that they're developing, especially from a middle school aspect. It used to be in high school, we were talking about careers. Now we're all the way back in the sixth grade talking about careers now and starting to help have our students and our kids become prepared for, like we said, those careers that haven't even been created yet. So we have to get them started early and we have to get them to where they understand what they're doing and they can be, like my colleague said here, heads and shoulders above everybody as they're going into the world. So, yep, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Yep. So, hey, it's unanimous because I think the same kids are much easier to to teach than adults. They always say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, but kids they grasp onto it real quick because
Real
they're
quick.
real quick. They're in gaming. They play Roblox and Fortnite and other games, and they understand digital money. So, I think getting that message to them is a lot easier. And I think the pipeline we can create will come as a result of them learning now. So glad to hear from you both. And, just to finish up here with you both, I just want to say, Najah, if you could give some information about the camp as far as in the winter time, as far as signups and what you're planning for that time.
Yes, sir. So you can, everybody can always reach out to us at cryptokidscamp.org. Again, cryptokidscamp.org. We will be in San Pedro. We will be in the Bay Area up in Oakland in the winter. We also have plans for Memphis, Tennessee, Atlanta, and Miami as well. So we will be doing those 5 camps in the winter. That's what our plans are. So we're interested in any and everybody who wants to join in and help be a part. We'll get you fingerprinted and get you out here and have you help us with our children. That's first. Safety is first and foremost. So we
Right.
appreciate you on.
I'm coming
Absolutely.
to
So make sure,
visit.
yeah, make sure. Yeah, we
Yes,
both are.
yes, looking forward
Absolutely.
to it.
Oh yeah. And when will the camp start in Charlotte, Belinda?
Monday, July 12th, we're kicking it off for a couple of weeks and we're excited. Kids are excited about it. And so we're ready to go. we're ready to go. But we're still going to push for more kids to come and hang out with us for those couple of weeks to learn. And from the expert here, my son, and I think they're going to actually really have a great time. It's going to be good.